Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Excellent. All right. Hey, John Peckman Podcast, Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance, beautiful downtown Portland, Connecticut. Come over the bridge, go 1 through satellites. I always get that wrong. Go through. Just go through it. Don't even stop. Go through the light. Pull a Yui. Park in front of the music store with the red neon light. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your pets. Tell your plants. Have your own podcast here in our beautiful studio. Dave will tell you how when this is all over. We are here today. I'm very excited. Mr. Larry Flanigan. There he is. Live and in person.
In person.
Wow.
Live.
Yeah.
In the flesh.
In the flesh. One of my very, very, very first musical compadres? I don't know. What's the word? People that I played music with. Yeah, associate. Is that what we were doing? We were associated.
I have no idea what we were doing.
I know. That's awesome.
Still don't.
Nope. But as of right now, at least, Larry is a member of a band called Triple Play. And still playing, although tragedy has ensued, which I don't know how much now I'm suddenly going to fix this stand right now, right? We're in the middle of this. It suddenly occurred to me that I need to be doing this right now. That you lost your drummer, which is very sad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, our drummer, Paul Krampitz from Cromwell. All three of our band members are from Cromwell.
Yeah.
Myself, Bob Oresti, and Paul.
Mm.
Paul tragically passed away September 18th, riding his motorcycle, Route 9 North near the Berlin movie theaters.
Oh.
A car.
Oh.
He was in the left lane, a car in the middle, swerved and knocked him off his bike. And
That's awful.
it was tragic.
That's awful. Yeah. He wasn't that old.
65, actually.
That's terrible. That sucks. That's
He was big in the community involvement. He was a pastor of the Bethany Lutheran in Cromwell.
Right.
For about 12 years.
Okay.
And he wore many hats. He was served as chaplain for the Connecticut State Police.
You know what? I read an article about that, and I didn't realize that was the same.
That's him.
Wow,
Yep,
that's sad. That's
chaplain, Cromwell Police Department, a fire department, active
Wow.
member of the Connecticut State Police Critical Incident Stress Management Debriefing Team.
Sure.
He was one of the few people, first folks to be at Sandy Hook after that tragedy.
Oh.
And he was involved with Weathersfield, Rocky Hill Elks, the former member of the Elks Riders, president and chaplain of the Big Iron chapter of the Punishers Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club.
Wow.
Which he co-founded with his best friend Daniel Pratt.
Busy guy.
So we're still in shock.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Doesn't seem real. It's kind of one of those surreal things that.
Yeah.
It's So in the meantime, we were able to honor the gigs, the rest of the gigs this year, and we have some friends filling in.
Sure.
For drums, such as you.
Yep. I'm playing Saturday.
Yeah. So.
The Westbrook Elks, although I don't think this is going to post before then. I doubt that my wide listening audience would come to the Westbrook Elks just to see me, but they should.
Great place. It's actually newly renovated. I haven't even been there.
Oh, really? I haven't been there either.
Yeah,
that's the last gig my dad was ever at. I played there on a Sunday.
Really?
Yeah.
Inside? Outside?
Outside. Yeah.
We played there a couple times outside.
Oh,
great. On the beach, yeah.
Yeah. Funny. Yeah, that's really sad. Was he, would you have considered him, is he like the band leader or whatever? Who knows?
We don't really have a leader.
Yeah.
He did come up. We have our poster. He did print business cards. He was the first. He was very He was a go-getter in getting the band started.
Yeah.
And myself and Bob Oresti were looking for a drummer to start a classic rock trio.
Yep.
And then actually he was our friend John Morello.
Oh yeah.
Great
drummer.
Introduced us. Actually,
oh, cool. Wow. Yeah.
Because he told Paul that we were looking for a drummer.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and then that was about 2020. We started gigging in like October of 2020 during the COVID
nice. Okay.
fiasco. So.
Yep. That's cool. Yeah, I came and saw you guys that one time. I
Yeah.
was like looking at my phone. I'm like, wait, they're playing right over at the thing.
Like Casamia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's cool. So who knows? If you find a drummer, you can continue on. Try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our plan.
That's our
We're
plan.
kind of looking now.
Okay.
We'll see
Cool.
what happens.
Yeah.
Because we'll have gigs lined up for next year.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. That's cool.
Yep.
So all right. Let me see if I can get it right. This is so funny. I was probably, I don't think I was driving yet. I was probably 15, 16.
When we met.
Yep.
I believe 16 is in 84, I believe.
Wow.
Early 84.
Yeah, that could be. Yep. So funny. My parents are like, no idea how to get me out of the basement. Just know, like he should be doing something or whatever. And I think it was in the Advocate. Does that sound right? Or something. My dad said, hey, there's these guys in Meriden that are looking for a drummer.
I thought then our friend Craig
Yep.
Sattler,
Yep.
did he work with your brother-in-law?
Oh, okay. That's right.
Something like
that.
that.
Yeah, that could be too. Yeah. Oh, wow.
That's
okay.
my recollection.
All right, maybe I have. Yeah, that might be.
But it could be that too.
Yeah.
Did we have an ad? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
We're talking 40 years ago.
Yeah. I remember my dad driving me to your parents' house.
Okay, yeah.
And it was like, oh, wow, these guys are into the police too, like I am.
Yep.
And that was kind of.
Police, Joe Jackson.
Yep. That's how it happened. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, and then, we got out of the basement a few times.
Yeah, we that first gig, it was at the Grotto.
Oh yeah.
In New Haven.
Oh my God, it was so excited.
And I think I remember you had to get a waiver.
Oh, did I?
You were underage.
I bet.
At that time, the drinking age was 18.
Really?
Yeah.
And I wasn't even 18.
So we had to get a waiver. You had to sign some kind of form so you can play at a club that serves alcohol.
Wow. So. Yeah.
I know your mom was pretty guarded on hanging out with us.
Oh, really?
At first.
Yeah.
But
sure.
she didn't,
Yeah.
wanted you to be safe. So.
Yeah,
these,
sure.
These older hoodlums.
Right. Yeah.
From Meriden.
Yeah. Yeah, which is the mean streets compared to Wallingford, I guess.
So I do remember rehearsing in your basement.
Yep.
In Wallingford, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's
I did meet your dad a few times.
Yeah.
He was cool.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though he was a Steelers fan, but
yeah,
that's all right.
Who's your team?
Originally, Washington Redskins.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now Patriots, but
yeah, I never remember. My whole, I don't know if you remember, but my whole family's from Pittsburgh, so it's not our fault.
Yep.
I'm the only one born here. Everybody, even my sister, was born there, so I didn't have a choice.
Right.
But yeah, that's funny. Yeah, and we had a lot of fun. Do you still have those drums? They're like
66 Slingerland blue,
like the weird
pearl
3D almost.
Yeah.
Like
It's like a bright blue pearl. Like I still have them.
That's so exciting. Yeah, that was a lot. We had a lot of fun down there.
Oh yeah. I sure did.
Yeah, and your parents put up with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah. And then, so I don't know if you saw this on the show, but it's just funny how everything eventually just end up like, oh yeah. So at one point we were like, we got to make a demo, and we went to Pierce's
Pierce Campbell
in the Advocate. We found him, and he was here. And
Yes.
I played many gigs with him over the years. It's just funny.
It's funny. I haven't seen him since then, I don't think.
Oh, really? Yeah. Watch the show.
Not in person.
You'll see him. Yeah. But even back then, it doesn't matter. None of this. Well, it kind of matters because maybe people listen to the show, they'll remember. But like Vic was the spoke in the wheel, and so like Vic knew Pierce, and then Pierce was like, and so anyway, then Pierce, after we played and stuff like that, Pierce started calling me like, you want to play gigs, because he saw me at that session and was like, oh, this kid's pretty good. It was just funny how it all radiated out. But back then it was like Pierce was just some guy that we knew for a day to record in his basement.
We did like 3 demos, I think.
Yeah, or something.
I think we maybe recorded the the guitar or did some vocals in his laundry room.
Right?
I thought.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I remember that. Yeah. It's so funny.
Banging on the washing machine or something.
Yeah. There was one this is a long, and then we got to talk about you, but I just remembered one of the funniest stories ever. So Pierce, then I think he lived, I think he was Prospect, but I knew where he lived.
Yeah, I think it was Prospect.
And I didn't know how to connect the dots yet. I only knew how to get home from his house. Like I knew how to get to Pierce's from where I lived.
Yeah.
And I was playing a gig with him somewhere. I don't know where. But it was in the middle of winter, and I put a load of stuff in the car. And what I didn't know was I had de-icer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it hit the de-icer, and my whole car filled with de-icer for the time it took. I said, oh, damn.
I remember
So
that.
I get in the car, and I was completely stoned. Like, I just was, like, wasted from the thing. And I said, I'm just going to follow Pierce home, because I just couldn't remember, like, where I was.
Right.
I'm like, I said, I'll follow Pierce home.
That's crazy.
And then I'll know how to get home.
Yeah.
So I follow him home, and I was still so high. I got in his driveway, and he gets out, and he's like, what are you doing? And I said, I was just following you home because I didn't know how to get home from somewhere else. And he's like, I don't live here. And where do you think you are? Like, it wasn't the same house. I was like,
oh, no.
where am I? And he had to give me directions.
Holy
but I had the windows down. I was just trying to get right. But yeah, he's like, this is not the same house you remember. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it is a different house. So, yeah, it's funny.
Crazy.
Yeah, I might have told that exact story when Pierce was on, but that was 100 episodes ago, so no one will remember. So, but anyway, when I knew you way back then, you were the guitar player. So when did the bass playing thing start? But you could play anything because you could play drums too.
I started playing bass maybe in '81. I had a neighbor a couple houses away that played in a bluegrass band, and they were looking for a bass player. I said, oh, I think I can play bass. If I can play guitar, I can figure out bass.
Yeah, right.
Especially for like maybe some bluegrass songs. So I bought a bass. Brian Guitars in New Haven. You remember that place?
Yeah, of course.
A Memphis bass with a PV amp.
Yeah, which was the
Nothing
best.
but the best.
Yeah, that was the best back then. Yeah.
And then I played with them for about maybe a year and a half.
So the bass thing that happened early.
Yeah.
Like you say, along with not too far behind.
Well,
guitar.
I was a drummer first.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Wow.
About 1970 or so.
Oh, really?
4th grade, usually when people start learning an instrument in school.
Yeah.
So I was a drummer.
Wow.
I remember using the drummer's cookbook.
Sure. I still teach out of that.
Stick control book.
Yep. Sure. Yep.
I used to listen to Buddy Rich.
Yep.
Played
Mm-hmm.
With the Chicago Transit Authority album.
Nice.
Especially Question 67, 68. Drumming that. The Beatles' Red album.
Yep.
That.
So you're like, I'm going to play
some
drums.
Zeppelin. The Zeppelin second album.
Yep.
The great drum. Even Band on the Run. Of course, McCartney's playing drums on that.
Yeah, right. No, that's not bad.
That's how I learned.
Yeah.
Then guitar.
Wow.
When I was about 15.
Okay.
Took lessons at the Y.
Oh yeah.
The Y in Meriden.
That's funny. I didn't realize that you even started on drums. Wow. Yeah. That's heavy.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Why not?
Yeah. Hey, I like to bang things. So.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I did the opposite. I started on bass.
Did you?
I did, yeah. Well, again, nice. I told this story 50,000 times. I wanted to play bass because my uncle played bass.
I know you have a bass.
Yeah. Oh, I have more basses than I have drums, and I still suck. I want to be a bass player because my uncle was a bass player.
Oh, okay.
And and I saw Gene Simmons or something, and I figured out like I'm gonna play bass. I was making basses out of cardboard and stuff. And my parents bought me, like a Memphis. It was a Cougar bass and an Earth amp. It's the same thing. And I took lessons, signed me up for lessons at Music Inc. in Wallingford, and I have talent, but not that much, and took a handful of lessons, and then there were drums in the room. And the bass player left for a second, and I just hopped on the drums and started fooling around. And he came downstairs and said, "You're a drummer?" And I was like, "No,
no,
I didn't know." Yeah, and he was like, you should play drums. And he introduced me to Vic, who was my drum teacher.
Oh, right,
So
right.
anyway, but I wanted to be a bass player. And I still do, but I just don't. I have talent, but not that much.
Weren't you a lefty drummer on a
Yeah.
righty kit?
Yeah, it's all weird. Yeah, I play bass upside down, strung righty,
Yeah.
but not a bass player. I just think it's funny that we all,
Yeah.
start off and you find the instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you feel like you're a bass player still, or are you a guitar player playing bass?
Probably more of a bass player now.
Really?
I haven't played too much guitar in several years.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. Yep. No.
You
I
just
don't
kind of
have
settled.
time.
You just settled in.
Yeah.
You feel
Yep.
like,
Yeah, I've gigged with several different bands playing bass. Kind of a hack player, but
yeah,
we make it work.
yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you're busy gigging and stuff. I didn't really have time for guitar.
And it just came up like at first that someone needed a bass player. Did you even tell them you were a guitar player, or you just said like?
No, they were looking for a bass player. I've been gigging pretty steady since '07 now.
Yeah,
There's many years in between I didn't because I got married and had kids.
sure.
I didn't have time for that. But so yeah, it's been bass since '07. So
Wow.
Yep.
So never you did, when you re-entered, it was not on guitar.
No.
Wow,
Bass.
that's wild.
I borrowed
I never even thought
our
about
friend Mark's bass, Mark Booza's
Oh,
bass, and his amp.
it. Wow.
Played in Hartford with another band, Crushing Scarlet, it was called.
Okay. Yeah.
We played with a couple lawyers that worked in Hartford or in that area. We played at McKinnon's, and
Sure.
used to be a place called Joe Black, the Hartford Society.
Yeah.
They have weddings there.
Mhm.
Now, we played up there. Stuff like that.
And you're okay with bass. You're kind of like, all right, I can
Yeah.
swing with this.
I can handle it. I don't have to learn leads,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I
Yeah.
just wasn't a good guitar lead player, not really.
Yeah.
More rhythm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's wild. Yeah, I never thought about it. And you don't regret it. You're just like, this
No.
is fine. Bass is
No.
fine. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I enjoy it. And being a drummer, the bass, you can kind of
Yeah.
sync up the bass and the drums
Yeah.
more easily.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it always helps too. I mean, a lot of musicians I know can play a little bit of everything, but that's, whenever I teach, I kind of tell my kids that too. It's just like fool around.
Yeah.
Because if nothing else, it does help you to understand like how drums and bass are supposed to work together.
Right.
It's like, okay,
Get in the pocket.
yeah, it makes sense. Kind of makes sense. It's cool. How did you? Well, you already said it all started. You wanted to be a drummer.
Mm-hmm.
Were your parents musical?
Correct.
I don't remember.
No.
No.
My mom could sing.
Yeah.
Actually, my grandmother on my father's side was a piano player. She could play by ear.
Yeah.
And she could read music. She was a good musician. She used to teach accordion.
Oh
I
wow,
think, too.
that's funny.
They may have gotten her musical talent. It appears.
Yeah, right.
I'm always jealous of people that, like, especially piano players that can play by ear.
Yeah,
They just hear something and they can play it. It's like, I can't freaking do it.
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
I
yeah.
wish I could do that.
yeah, I do too. I mean, I guess that's where it just where your talent
Right.
emerges. Like I can never figure it out either. Like I can play anything on piano, any chord chart on piano, but only in first position.
Oh, yeah.
I could never figure out the inversions, how to do everything while still staying. I
You
just
play
can't.
bass, too, on the left hand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but not that good. Just like, you know what I mean? I could never figure out how you make inversions, but
Mm-hmm. Yep.
my brain doesn't work like that. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, killer. When you got geared up to play bass again, did you like bass inspirations or whatever? I don't know how to think about it, but like, what did you think about, or just the gig? You're just like, I'm just gonna play the gig. Like, who would you model yourself as a bass player after?
I think I really had any particular person
Yeah,
bass wise, maybe even some Bootsy Collins
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah.
or something like.
yeah.
Not really. I just we learned the song.
Yep.
Get the songs you got to play, learn them
Mm-hmm.
somehow. Learn them. Back then it was a little tricky,
Yeah,
but now you can learn them more easily with YouTube and stuff.
yeah, sure. I know. Can you imagine?
I can't think of any other bass players. I didn't really. Not so much Sting, but
Yeah.
McCartney. I don't know.
Yeah.
No one in particular.
Yeah. Just whatever it takes.
Oh, Jocko, he's of course incredible.
Sure. Yeah. Way back in the day, although you were playing guitar then, like as we get older, we realize how great Joe Jackson's bass player was. Like he's
Graham,
awesome.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's really good.
Yeah. It's funny. This is so stupid. Like a little bit punchy. Did you did you ever see a show? It was on. I don't know how long ago it was. It may be 15 years. There was one season of a show called Freaks and Geeks. Do you ever hear? Freaks
I've heard
and
of
Geeks?
it. Yeah.
And anyway, it's I don't know why I'm talking about this, but it's I'm glad that all these people got famous for some reason. Me and my wife latched onto the show way back when, and it's like it's Seth Rogen and Jason Segel and James Franco and when they were, it was like their first thing, and like if you didn't know who Seth Rogen was, trying to explain to people how funny he was on this show, you can't describe it. And then years later, they all blew up, and I was like, it was him.
Yeah.
But it's like it's like a sitcom or whatever about growing up in the 80s, and they would hit on the weirdest stuff. And there was the one part they're driving around and they're listening to Joe Jackson go, "Man, this bass player is sick. You ever?" It's just so funny. And I'm like, someone is exactly our age that wrote this, because that's what we used to be. Like, wow, man. And I didn't think anyone ever even acknowledged that. But anyway,
wow,
that's so stupid.
I do remember that show. Yeah.
It's pretty funny. It's funny. I don't even know how to describe it. But yeah, so yeah, there we were. Playing the Grotto. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
that was funny. That really that was a big deal, I thought.
It was.
It was,
for
right?
us too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did all originals.
Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah.
Actually, I brought something with me.
Oh no.
Let me see here.
Oh no.
I believe this is the set list.
You're kidding.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Oh. No. This is the set list? Yep. This is the paper.
I believe so.
Holy criminy.
This will show up.
I don't. Okay.
And a poster.
All right. No way. Oh my God.
Right? Isn't that weird?
Whoa. March 28th.
I believe that was 84.
On Crown Street. See, I don't even really know where
Crown
it was.
Street, yeah.
Holy crow.
It was a wild little club.
I don't remember. All right. Maybe. Nope. Kinda. Yes. No. Yes. Maybe. Yes. I don't even remember half of these songs. Wow, that's amazing.
It's been a while.
Holy crow.
Crazy.
Man, that is crazy.
That was fun. I think we played there twice.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if we're getting this, but here. I remember, I don't know. Yeah, we played there a couple of times. So it was like New Haven's back then. So this would have been at 84, 85. Yep. It was like New Haven's version of CBGB's or whatever.
Right.
So if you were an original, kind of whatever we were, post-punk kind of whatever.
I wish we had a recording.
Oh, man. And that was a big deal.
It was fun.
To get a slot down at the Grotto.
Yeah. Well, you know who booked the bands was Mark Mulcahy, Miracle Legion.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the guy I talked to get the gig.
Oh, really?
There were several other bands on the bill the same time. Same night.
Yeah. And you're like, yeah, no, we do originals. Wow. I remember one night we played, it might have been that night, we were playing at the Grotto. And I was actually playing my high school concert band concert.
That night?
That night. I got done playing the gig. Get done playing the concert band. Was like, I have a gig in New Haven. I got to go.
I got a gig.
Yeah, Mr. Big Shot. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that, rushing down there.
Oh, that's cool.
To play at the Grotto. Like the fourth band out of 7 in front of whoever. But man, but we were so excited. Yeah. Oh, my God.
There were people there.
Oh, yeah. No, that was exciting. Yeah.
On a Wednesday.
Oh, really? Yeah, like if you played that gig, you were in.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's right.
The coolest thing ever. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, cool to do originals,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not doing that right now.
Well.
It's covers.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing back then with that band. I mean, I wasn't doing much else. I mean, I think after or during that is when I hooked up with T-Bone, and that was, you know, covers.
Right.
More out in bars and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
to meet you guys and have just all original tunes was it was unheard of. I didn't really know anybody that was doing that like that.
Yeah, the little age gap. You're like 6 years younger.
Probably, right?
About that.
Something like that.
Than me and Craig, and then Mark is a couple years older than
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. No, that's true. It's still true.
Still. It's still, yeah. The same gap.
Yeah,
still.
time is yeah.
I think.
That's funny. Yeah. It was like it was a Meriden thing because I was from Wallingford. So how did you guys ever initially hook up? It was you and Craig, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, we
on the west side.
Yeah, I knew Craig since like 5th grade.
Okay.
And then we right after high school, he had a bunch of lyrics. I mean, we knew each other in high school and stuff, and hung out a little bit. And then he had some lyrics in the summer of '79. Wow. I got some lyrics from him, and I put some of those lyrics to music.
Oh wow!
Because I was playing guitar for a couple of years, and that's how I started with that.
Huh.
And then we met Mark a few years, about 3 years.
Well, Craig played guitar too,
Yeah,
but
he
he
played
wasn't
guitar.
putting it together in the same way.
Well, he wasn't playing guitar at that point.
Oh wow!
He just learned right after we started writing songs together.
Oh wow! Yeah, I never even knew that.
And then we met Mark like 3 years later. Before that, we played with another drummer.
Yeah.
Bill. And then right after that, we met Mark.
Yeah.
We were looking for a bass player for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Then we probably auditioned a few people, a couple girls.
And Mark is from the other side of town, right?
East side.
East side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gravel Street. He went to Maloney.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We were from Platt.
Right. Right. The other side of town.
Yeah, other side of the tracks.
That's funny. Yeah. Which is the who's the bad side of the tracks? Is there one? Doesn't matter.
I'd say the east side. I'm from the west side.
Of course. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, when I went to high school, my sister, we moved. We were on the east side, and my sister graduated from Lyman Hall, which is the east side. And I can remember going to football games at Sheehan and being on the other side, and then I graduated from Sheehan. Like we moved, so just funny.
You moved right after that you graduated?
Moved? No, we moved. I was in 5th grade, but
okay.
like when I was a little kid,
Okay.
we would be sitting on the visitor side.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Whenever they played Sheehan, like my sister was in Powder Puff or something.
Oh yeah,
and
Powder Puff. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was just funny. It took me years later to go, oh hey, this is the school that we were sitting at, and I was on the other side.
Yep.
And now I'm the home team. That's funny. It happens. You still hit those drums at all, or not? Never.
Been a long. It has been a few years since
Yeah.
I still have them. I have the cases.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know. I was contemplating selling them. We'll see.
The blue ones.
Yeah.
Sell them here. Imagine that.
We'll see.
Yeah, those are 67.
66.
Whoa. Wow.
Slingerland. Yep.
Yeah.
I have the Slingerland snare still. I mean, they're all.
Yep.
I still have the original hi-hat stand. I don't use it.
Wow.
I have like a Tama, but I was using.
Yeah, somebody will be looking for that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
We'll have to see what it's worth.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, and then tell me if I remember this correctly, but we had like a 2-track recorder, right? At first.
Yeah.
And
Craig had that. I know where he got it from.
Yeah. He had a tape machine.
Yeah, it was 2-track.
And
it was pretty advanced.
Yeah, and all we had was the Effectron. It was like a digital rack mount.
Yep.
Delay unit.
Digital delay, yeah.
That could do anything.
I think originally we were doing 2 tracks with using cassette player.
Right,
somehow.
Yeah, you just bounce everything
Crazy.
around. Yeah.
Then the reel-to-reel 2-track.
Right.
With the Effectron. And
Yeah.
did a whole like album just with effects.
Oh, yeah.
Every song.
Yeah.
Every instrument, every vocal.
All that. Yeah. Yeah. And then somewhere along the line, you busted out. We had, you had like the control room, like the bedroom. Like what was
Yeah.
that? It was like 4-track. Like we were like,
It was
whoa.
I had gotten a Tascam
Oh man,
4-track.
I remember what a big deal that was. That was
Yep.
like, okay, now we're talking.
I put it in one of the bedrooms in our basement.
Yeah.
We had paneling down there in a finished basement.
Oh hell yeah.
So put the control room with a mixer, Yamaha mixer in the bedroom.
Yep.
And then the
And a
big
snake.
room, yeah.
Yeah, I
still have
big
that
time.
snake.
That was big time. I remember that.
In the main room, we had the drums and all the amps and guitar or whatever,
Yeah.
all the instruments.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
big. That
and
was
a
big.
piano, an upright piano. was
That's
down
right.
there,
Yeah.
out of tune.
Yeah. That was big time. That was we were cooking then.
That's right.
Yeah, that's wild. That's pretty cool. You record a lot of stuff with that? Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Several years.
That was wild. That was when we were going places.
Yeah, or so we thought.
Yeah, well, yeah, but we learned to do stuff. I think it's all good, you know.
I know we still have some unreleased tracks that you wrote.
Really?
One of them,
Oh. Uh-oh.
Suzette. Do you remember?
Yeah, kind of.
It's in the vault.
With the Fender Rhodes? Did I bring my Rhodes over? Okay.
I don't remember. No, I don't think
I remember
so.
we did something. Somebody gave me a Rhodes, and I was carrying that thing around forever.
Really?
I finally got rid of it when we bought the house. I had, like, I was working at a music store. It was like, I think it was a 76. I don't know if it was an 88, but it was like, Fender Rhodes.
That's cool.
Weighed, a
I
ton.
don't remember.
Yeah. And I was all into that, playing the Rhodes.
That's
and
great
having,
sound.
Yeah, and having it carded everywhere. And then I took it with me. We moved a few times. And then I was like, I'm sick of moving with this thing. And my brother-in-law is like, collects vintage keys. And I said, do you want this thing? He's like, yeah, I'll set it up here. And then actually, right before the pandemic, I gave it away. Do you remember Steve Rogers from Mighty Purple? All right, anyway.
No.
It was funny because we were like, what? I guess we didn't move yet, but I always had this Rhodes kicking around. It was in the rehearsal spot. It was always in my life. I knew that it was somewhere, and I'm like, I got to deal with this thing. And my brother-in-law's like, can you come get this? I'm kind of trying to straighten my basement out.
Yeah.
And my friend Steve Rogers is like, put out a text. And he goes, I know this is a total long shot, but does anybody have a Fender Rhodes they want to donate? Because I'm apprenticing on how to restore them, and I need one to work on.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, are you kidding? And I was just like, bro, I have one that you can have. If you can come get it and move it, it's yours. And then he said, "You're kidding." It was just so funny that it met both of our needs, like just like that. I was like, "Come get it," and that was that. And he had it, and he's like, "Yeah." I don't know what I forget. He was here. I forget what he said he did, but he used it. He either restored it or used parts, but it was funny. But when you said that song, I was thinking about the Rhodes because I think that was the days of the Rhodes.
Yeah. Right. Well, I remember recording up in your apartment in Wallingford. You walked up the steps.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Those long flight of stairs.
Yep.
There.
Yep. On Fair Street.
What
did we even
90s?
do? I don't remember.
I don't know. You had this. You had the DAC. No, the
ADAT.
ADAT.
Yep. I remember that.
I don't know if you still have those recordings, but
No, I don't even remember. Yeah.
I know we did some stuff. That was in the early '90s, I think.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I know what apartment that was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nuts. That's nuts. Yeah, well, you got to do it. We had to find out.
That's right.
So remind me again. Oh, so it was you guys, and you found the drummer in Triple Play. Is that how it worked?
Yes.
You and the guitar player were looking for somebody, and you found him.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he introduced to us. He was right in town, pastor.
Yep. Yep.
And he gigged a lot. He was actually kind of a jazz drummer, more of a jazz drummer.
Yeah.
But he played in several other bands,
Sure.
all kinds of genres.
Yeah.
And it fit perfect.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I only saw him the one time.
Yeah, all our personalities gelled. It's no divas or anything like that.
Oh, wait till I get there Saturday.
All right.
Yeah, you'll know.
Your head going to fit inside the door? We'll widen it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So like the huge master set list, and then I just had to look it over and figure out what songs I don't know.
Right.
Pretty much how it works.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we have like 100 and something, 20 songs we do.
Crazy.
Looking to add on. But I know I made sure we were going to do the Cheap Trick songs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. So you guys were playing a lot, kind of a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, maybe.
Relatively speaking.
Not a real lot. Maybe it amounts to maybe once a week. Once a week.
It's pretty good, though.
For the whole, 55 gigs, 50 to 60 gigs.
That's
a
cool.
year.
Yeah. And you got a little scene going on at the Casa Mia or whatever.
Yeah.
What's going to go on Saturday? Is it going to be like Pete Best? They're going to look at me and go, "Who the boo?" They're going to boo.
Yeah, like Ringo and get into a fight. And
yeah.
Gave George Harrison a black eye.
Right. I say, but it's not my fault. I mean, he's deceased. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm not replacing him.
I don't think they're too hostile that crowd there, but
no,
it's usually a good gig,
We'll
good,
be like,
time.
Who's this creep?
Great place.
Yeah,
Who's this clown?
Yeah,
it's not Paul.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah,
should be fun.
Oh yeah, no, I'm into it. Yeah, it'll be fun. What else? Ooh, sorry. Did you hear that?
What was that?
It was my esophagus just opening up randomly for whatever. No idea.
What else? That's, I'm a grandfather.
Whoa. That's heavy. When'd that happen?
A couple of years ago.
Oh, really? That's heavy.
A granddaughter that's 2. Another one that's 10 months.
Whoa.
And a grandson that's...
I think I saw that on
grandson's
Facebook.
That's 2 months.
Whoa. So your grandfather times 3?
Yep.
That's nuts.
Yep. So far.
That's crazy.
It's nice because they live in town too, in Cromwell. So
oh, wow.
So that's great.
That's wild.
So you watch them during the day and give them back to the parents at night. So you can't beat that.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yep.
Huh.
So that's fun.
How's that feel?
Good. Great.
Are you? I don't know how old grandparents are supposed to be. That you're normal, right? This
Yeah.
is along the same.
Yep.
Remember when you're kids, you don't know how old anybody is.
Nah. You think
You know what I mean?
30 was old.
Did you think when you thought of yourself as a grandfather, did you think you would be older than this? Or did you never thought about it?
Really
You think you'd be wearing suspenders and have a
Yeah,
beard or whatever?
white beard.
You carry Werthers around?
Use a walker.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
That's wild.
Luckily, I'm still in decent shape. So
Yeah, that's wild. I remember I remember when there was no Diane. There was no wife, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was there, I think, for the whole thing.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Pre-Diane, yeah.
Yeah, it's heavy. Yeah.
The wild days.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember. Yeah. Yeah,
Long
cool.
time ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah.
Pre-internet.
Oh,
way before that.
Pre-everything.
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 Everything was in black and white back then.
Crazy. I know when you think about it. You ever do that? You're like, how did we even survive? Like
without a cell phone, no internet.
Well, when I finally, after, kind of kicking around for a while, and I finally joined like bands that did all of New England, Play with 8 to the Bar or something, where it's just like every day you're going to a different point of the compass. You be in Maine one day and you be in DC the next day or whatever. And tough. Like did all of that with a road atlas. And I didn't know anything.
Yep. Paper.
Paper.
Know,
she actually, when none of this has anything to do with us, but we're just talking about like how weird things are. When I joined that band, she had somebody, like a friend, I don't remember, but at the end of the week, she would hand us a bunch of paper stapled together that was the fact sheet for the week here. Yeah. And it would be, you would look at it, she'd give it to you on Sunday or whatever, and you go, oh, okay, Tuesday I got to be in Vermont. And you would just look at it, and it would tell you where you got to be, what time, and directions line by line. And that was it. Wow, just like, here we go.
Yeah.
Crazy. And you just look through, oh, man, and the next day I got to be here, and I got to be there. And that was it. Like a piece of paper.
Yep.
And then I remember literally like going to Cal. It was just such a, I don't know why I'm telling this story, but it was such a big deal. It was like, I was in a band before that I finally quit jobs. Like I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. But A to the Bar was like more I was on my own. And I literally remember, and they had a salary. And I remember going to Caldors and buying a calculator and an atlas. That was the launch of my I was like, right. I'm ready now. I opened a checking account and I had a calculator.
There you go.
So I could figure out how to balance my checkbook, and I had an atlas. I'm ready to go. Yeah. Like, where's the gig? Yeah. That was so crazy.
Those are the days.
Yeah. And now you're like with the phone, anything. It just, I don't know. It's weird.
What would you do without the GPS now?
I don't know.
Get lost.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
So spoiled.
I know. It's weird, right? Yeah. Kind of strange.
Yep.
Yeah. I know people, they GPS even when they know where they're going. I'm like, you don't know how to get home from here?
Well, you want to see if there's any accidents or cops.
Oh, I got
where
you.
they are.
Okay, I see.
If you use Waze, something like that.
Yes, yeah. I don't even think like that yet.
Yeah.
I'm still behind it. Crazy.
I know.
That's funny. Who does most of the bookings with you guys? Did he? Or whatever?
Yeah, Paul did quite a few of them. Bob does a lot.
Okay. So you'll like you said, you'll keep it rolling if you have to.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
Yeah.
Keep rocking. I think that's what Paul would have wanted.
Yeah, definitely.
But if any of us go, I mean, keep it going, boys.
Yep.
Keep on rocking.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna die inside on Saturday. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea. Imagine. Yeah. Cool. What is I don't know, like any crazy gig stories that spring to mind? You know?
This past summer we played a gig at Chalker Beach, in Saybrook.
Okay.
Old Saybrook.
Yeah.
I'm playing on the Chalker Beach office deck.
Yeah.
Facing the beach. And our drummer Paul, we were playing.
Yeah.
And Paul, I don't know. We did something with his phone. I don't know what happened. His phone dialed 911.
Oh no.
On its own.
Oh no.
And and the next thing we know is we're playing a song, and there's a female cop comes up in a cruiser.
Says, what's the
emergency?
emergency?
Says, anyone dial 911? And then it was Paul's number.
Oh.
She says, whose number is this? She knew it was him. Maybe he's there, or whatever. I said, my phone must have dialed it by accident.
Whoa, that's crazy. Well, I've seen that sometimes. Yeah. It's like an SOS, like you just swipe it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was kind of crazy.
Yeah. And you just feel like you have to make up an emergency on the spot.
Yeah. She was cool though.
Yeah.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah. I hear you.
We played at Bill's Seafood. There was a fight.
Oh yeah.
A few months back. I mean, a seafood place. Who fights?
Yeah. I might have told this story once too. I really don't. You know what? It's going to be fine because I don't remember when this was. I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody, but I saw somebody die at Bill's Seafood.
Really?
Yes. So.
Oh man.
I was playing there with the Cartels one time. No, it doesn't matter who. I was playing with Catherine, the Convertibles. That's what it was.
Okay.
And we used to play there for a while. For a couple of summers, it was like we played like every Wednesday. That was our thing, and it was rocking.
Oh wow.
It was so much fun.
Great place.
Yeah, it was great. We had having a grand old time, and everybody's dancing. Everybody's having a great time. We had a nice scene, and there was this dude on the dance floor. I don't know, maybe a little older. I mean, I kind of noticed him, I think, because I have a picture in my head, and he's out there. He's boogieing on the dance floor. Maybe he had a beer in his hand. He's dancing with two younger girls and everything. Oh, this guy's got it made. And all of a sudden he stumbles and falls.
Oh, yep.
And shit. Oh, that guy fell over. And I think that we kind of kept playing, but we kind of low key, just kind of seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
And I remember looking over at where he fell and just seeing 10 toes up, like just seeing his feet up like that. And we're like, okay, we don't know what to do. Is everybody cool? Yeah, it's fine. We're just waiting for an ambulance. So we played, and then the ambulance comes, and they scoop this guy up,
Yeah.
And we're trying to be respectful. We might have been on break or something, and the ambulance takes the guy out. Oh, that's unfortunate. He must have slipped and fell and couldn't get up or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gone. And we finished the gig, and that it happened pretty early on, and it took like hours. And all of a sudden, one of us goes, "Oh yeah, remember that the ambulance came? I wonder what happened." Like, "Oh yeah, that's right. That guy fell." And someone, we asked the bartender, we're like, "Hey, what happened to that dude that fell?" And they're like, "Oh, he's dead."
Oh,
like,
man.
what? We're like,
That's
"Oh yeah,
crazy.
no, he was dead. Like he
Yeah.
had a heart attack and he was dead." And they took him out and he died.
He died happy.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
would say.
That's what I'm saying. And we were like, oh, that's weird.
That is
Like,
weird.
because we didn't realize it. I don't know if anyone did,
I
but
haven't
we
encountered that.
Yeah.
Not yet. Hopefully not.
And then of course, for the next week or two until we stopped, we were like, oh man, we really knocked them dead last week, or that this band
Jokes flying.
Yeah, this band is killer, and it's just not cool, not cool at all. So no disrespect. The chances of anyone hearing that are slim to none. But if your loved one died on the dance floor at Bill's Seafood, I'm sorry. I'm not making you a punchline.
Our condolences.
Our condolences. But
May
I
he
think
rest in peace.
but I think that was the craziest gig story I could think of. Is a dead person in the room. I think that's pretty heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would do it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, kind of crazy. Do you know about the wrap-up questions? Do you know what's coming?
No.
You don't understand what's about to happen?
I
You never
don't.
made it to the end of one of my shows.
No.
I won't take it personally.
I don't think I have.
Oh, really? All right. Well, no, it's no biggie.
Might have been too drunk. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, you get drunk before the show's over. We drank on this show one time.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. Dave's a bad influence sometimes.
I'm sure that made it more
Yeah, he's not
lively.
here. Yeah. We drank. I got progressively more loaded as the thing went on.
Well, you
I
don't
think.
drink that much.
No.
No.
That's
I
why
don't-
it's
I
fun.
don't really, not
Yeah, I don't either.
too much.
That's why it's fun. That's why when it happens, it's fun because it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the wrap up questions are like, is there anything that we did not talk about that you want to talk about that you can think of? Picture yourself driving home after this and going, oh man, I should have. Now's your chance.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what people say. Oh man,
Right. That's why I'll make sure I say much love to Paul
Sure.
and his wife and his kids.
Of course.
Our condolences.
Of course.
We're always there for them. It's very tragic for them.
Yikes.
So they're always in our thoughts and prayers. So
100%. Yeah, definitely.
that's one thing.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's all. I mean, obviously, you just that we've known each other so long, but also I wanted to give you a chance to.
I don't think we've played since '86.
Yeah, probably not.
Do you remember it was a benefit in Wallingford, Big Mountain Aid?
Oh yeah,
Do you remember that?
that was in Wallingford.
I think it was.
I remember those
As I
words.
think about that, I was like, wow.
I remember
So there's some video of that
Really?
show, and
Ooh.
maybe some of us, because Mark had seen it
Oh, that would
on
be.
like
that would
a
be
cable channel once.
Whoa.
Like a local cable, a long time ago.
Oh, that would be crazy to see.
So I think I had my Rickenbacker. I had gotten a Rickenbacker not maybe the year before.
Oh
I
wow.
was playing it there.
Huh.
I remember that.
I don't remember. I remember that show. I remember
You do?
something called that. Why? That it rings a bell.
Yeah. But I can't find any info. I was Googling it today, and I
Whoa.
couldn't find any info on it. So
I remember one time, I don't know what this was, I just have a memory that we played outdoors somewhere where it was outside of an A-frame house. Do you
Yes.
remember that?
Yep.
What was that? You remember, though?
I do remember it. I'm trying to remember whose friend it was.
Yeah, somebody.
We did a gig for a friend of one of the band members, not me or you.
Yeah.
It was at a lake.
Yeah.
A-frame on a lake.
Right. Yeah.
I do recall that was a pretty good gig.
The A-frame.
I can't remember where it was.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I don't remember anything back then.
That's
I mean,
cool.
that's a world. Like, you don't connect.
I don't
Like I
know.
said, I couldn't even get home from Pierce's. I
Yeah.
couldn't even. You know what I mean? It's
Maybe you
like,
can now.
yeah, but you don't even. It's like when the world is. everything seems like it's.
I didn't know what the hell we played. But.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, Big Mountain 8. I don't remember. That rings a bell though.
Mm.
Yeah, far out. I remember one time. Do you remember when, I don't know what he was playing before, but when Craig bought the Telecaster, do you remember that?
Yes.
It was like a brown, right?
Yeah, it was like a natural wood color.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, whoa.
Things
like,
are getting serious.
A professional guitar.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a nice guitar. It sounded good. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was a big day.
Better than my Univox that I had.
Right. Oh, is that what it, yeah.
Some knockoff, a Strat knockoff.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't get a Strat. Stupid.
Well, we didn't know. Yeah, you don't know. You never know back at first. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think about some of the stuff I played. I saw pictures. I was out. I mean, I remember I was out for quite a bit playing just like hand-me-down. I had a drum kit where every drum was a different brand. I had like a Ludwig kick and a Rogers rack tom and a Slingerland floor tom and, no front head on the bass drum and just nothing. I saw a picture.
Yeah.
You probably would never remember. I don't know if I've done this yet, but I'll give the shout out to Bert Teague. I don't know if you remember Bert, if you knew Bert.
I know who he is.
Well, Bert died. He passed away not too long ago.
Yeah.
And I played with him with T-Bone back in the same time I was probably playing with you.
Mm-hmm.
And someone posted a picture. I think T-Bone sent me a picture of back then. And I was looking at the drum kit. I'm like, I left the house with that? And I'm like,
right.
like we don't know.
What the hell's this thing?
Yeah.
Wasn't your first kit when we first started playing together? It was a gold color. I forgot what you had. I don't remember.
I mean, I think all I ever had was those. They were all just wood drums, but they were all different.
I think just one tom, one floor tom.
Yeah,
and
4-piece.
That was it.
4-piece kit. Yeah.
You still have these cymbals? Zildjian? Were they with Zildjians?
I think so. I don't think I have any original cymbals.
Oh, I still have mine.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That big ride?
The Sizzle.
Oh yeah.
It's 20. Might be 22 inch.
Ooh.
A 20-inch ride.
Yeah.
And I have a crash.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, but then someone shows up. Yeah, you have like a real guitar. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark showed up with a fretless, remember?
Yeah.
I have a fretless bass
Padula,
now.
I think it was.
Oh, really?
Padula.
So funny.
That was a cool bass.
Yeah, cool. All right, so the wrap-up questions are this, just in case we missed anything.
Mm-hmm.
5, I should just change it. I always say 5 desert island albums, and I'm just like, and then sometimes people, they get hung up. Well, does the desert have electricity? Okay, 5 favorite albums. Like that's the way I'm going to ask this question. That will help to define you for us, kind of. That's the way I'm going to say it from now on. 5 favorite albums, because people get hung up on the desert island.
Probably, let's see, Led Zeppelin 2.
Nice.
I would say maybe Chicago Transit Authority, the first album, the double album.
Yep.
Probably Band on the Run.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones I used to play drums to.
Yeah, right. So funny.
Any Beatles album, probably.
Yeah,
the
right.
Red Album.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
Or the newly mixed Revolver.
Oh, yeah. Crazy, right? That's crazy.
That was the remix. That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
How many is that? Probably Hendrix. Are You Experienced?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that 5?
No, it doesn't matter. That's good enough. Yeah. I think that does it. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, probably Zenyatta Mandata.
Yeah, right.
And a Joe Jackson, Look Sharp.
Sure.
Let's add that on.
Yep. Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, you can't go wrong with that.
Oh, maybe the Neck too.
Oh,
the first album.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's still one of my favorite.
That's a drum workout.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
From first to last song.
Yep. I used to, when I was young, I could play that whole album down, or so so I thought, but that was one of my things in the basement. That's a great drum record. That guy, he's dead.
Bruce Gary.
Bruce Gary. Yeah, he's not living.
Yeah.
That's one of my all-time drum records.
Yep.
That first Knack record, unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Killer.
What about yours? 5
Oh God. Oh, I could never.
today at least.
White Album.
Ah, yes.
I'm currently on a King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard bender. If you haven't heard them, we'll have this conversation later.
Okay.
My new favorite band. They've been together for like 11 years. They made 26 albums, and they're all different.
Wow.
And so I think like right now, it could be any King Giz record. Probably Nana Gone Infinity. We'll talk about this later.
All right. I'll look them up
Oh,
on Spotify.
man. It's, yeah, we'll talk about it. I don't have
Okay.
enough time to talk about it. I'm glad because I actually turned a musician. I keep telling my musician friends, you got to listen to this band. And because it sounds wilder than it is. It sounds like, oh, yeah, whatever. But they're unbelievably good. And and they have so many different things. I was talking to John McElhoney. Do you know him from Physical Graffiti? He's the drummer.
No,
And we were talking today, and he's like into prog. And I was like, dude, you got to listen to it. I said, just listen to this King Giz record. You're going to love it. And like immediately within a half an hour, he texted me. He's like, this is great. I'm like, I told you. So yeah, I don't know. White Album, something from King Giz. I don't know. It's impossible.
Too numerous.
It's impossible.
To list.
I can't
It's
even.
hard.
From our era, one of my favorites that always comes to mind is The Flat Earth by Thomas Dolby. That was a great record.
Too, yeah.
It's one of my favorites from back then. I still like. And then it just goes everywhere. I could never in a billion years. I could do it forever. I remember when we were in lockdown, I started making like the master list of my musical biography of everything. And it just got so crazy. I realized there's too many things.
You have a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Always a music freak. Desert island food, favorite food, something you could eat every day, or you eat it and you go, why don't I do this every day? What could it
Probably
be?
pizza.
Yeah. Right.
Or spaghetti.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
That's boring, but
well, since everyone's talking about pizza now, like, where's your spot?
well, lately we've been making homemade pizza.
Oh wow, okay.
But
Just saying, because like now everybody's talking about New Haven.
remember
pizza.
Little Rendezvous?
Oh yeah,
Meriden.
hell yeah.
That's pretty good. Vertellini's.
Oh, I remember Vertellini's. All right, so you ready for this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was young, my sister would take me to Vertellini's like once a year. It was like a treat.
Wow, once a year.
Yeah, it was like we're going to Vertellini's on your birthday or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you go to, I forget his name. I wish I remember his name. He's really cool. The dude who manages or owns Iliano's in Meriden. If you in your neck of the woods where you used to live across from JC, over where the Dairy Queen used to be. This is old school Meriden.
Yep.
The Iliano's over there.
Oh,
if you look carefully on the menu, he makes a Vertellini's pie.
He does.
He does.
Ooh.
And I remember asking him, I'm like, what's this all about? And he's like, I grew up on Vertellini's and I figured out how to make it. And if you're old school Meriden, you'll know. And I've had it and it's good.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
But if you know, you know.
Iliano's.
And he's like, no one ever orders it.
Oh, well.
But I do sometimes. I just go, one of these.
Yeah.
Because there was something different. I remember he explained it
cool.
to me, and I don't know what it was.
I had Sally's the other day.
Yeah.
This weekend.
And?
The one from Weathersfield. Very good.
Yeah. It's always.
And the sauce is really good.
Yeah. That was the thing. Growing up in Wallingford was like going to wait online at Sally's or Pepe's on a weekend night, trying to smoke cigarettes and be cool. We're in New Haven.
Yeah.
We're
Big city.
Yeah. It was a big city.
Well, the Vertellini's, you used to walk in and you'd have to stand
Is that right?
in the aisle to wait for a booth.
Oh,
People were eating right next to you because there was nowhere to wait. No wait.
I got you.
No wait area.
Yeah, I don't know if I remember
wasn't
that.
that big.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, but Vertellini's, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Back then. So it does live on a little bit. You could get a Vertellini's pie at Iliano's in Meriden. That's a shout out that'll never be heard. But if you're old Meriden,
Right. Yep. West End Pizza, Meriden Pizza.
Yep.
It's all West Side.
Yep.
Because that's where I lived.
Yep.
They were good.
Yep. Killer. Can you name one show or concert that you saw that changed your whole everything in one shot? What stands out?
Oh boy. Maybe the first time I saw the Police, that was in early '82. The Ghost on the Machine tour.
I was there.
You were there. Where the Go-Go's opened. Is that the one?
Bow Wow Wow opened.
New Haven
Maybe we saw different ones.
New Haven Coliseum.
Yeah.
I think it was February of '82.
Okay. I saw him that year. I saw him the same tour, but maybe it was Hartford. I saw him Bow Wow Wow open, but whatever.
Then I saw him in '83, the Synchronicity tour with REM open.
REM open. I was there too. That's so funny. We slept out. Cool. I slept out for tickets. Remember, that's what we used to do.
Really?
Slept out on, remember the side of the Sound of Music. You remember that place? Where? On Broad Street. This is
I think I got my tickets at the music store in the Meriden Square.
Ooh, can you imagine?
I forgot the name now.
Yeah, but we'd sleep out. I remember sleeping out all night on the side of the Sound of Music, waiting for them to open. Yeah, right. It was like the one Ticketron outlet around that you could get to.
Right.
And I remember you would get up to the thing, and the old guy, and it was like a stereo store, but they had the Ticketron, and you would get up, and I'll never forget this. A guy, he had a cigarette box, and on the back of the cigarette box was taped the seating chart, and he would flip it over and go, "What seats are you interested in?" I mean, it was so crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, getting the police tickets.
Yeah,
nuts.
I remember the show, some of it.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah.
I saw him again in the last tour, '07.
So did I. That's so funny. Rentschler Field.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Still good.
Never happen again. Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, they're old now.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? We can get out of here. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Inviting me.
I was going to, well, I'm sorry. I hate to say this, but you were on the list anyway. And then Paul sadly passed away. And then I was like, you know what? Let's do this now. And then we're playing the gig on Saturday. Not that it matters, but it's like it's all coming together. Yep. So, yeah, glad you came. And we'll have fun on Saturday.
Sounds great.
And condolences to Paul's family and respect. And
here.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Any famous last words after I press the button? The button that can never be unpressed. Is that it?
Keep on rocking, baby.
Keep on rocking, baby. That's right. John Peckman Podcast, Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance Music, downtown Portland. Go over the bridge, go through one set of lights. Pull a UE, park in front of the music store at the red neon light. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends, your family, your pets, your plants. Like and subscribe. I already said that. Have your very own podcast here in our studio. Dave will tell you how. Larry Flanigan, one of my oldest musical collaborators ever, was here. Right?
Right.
Awesome. All right. Thanks. See you later, kids. That is all.
If you'd like to start your own podcast, give us a call at Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance. Our professionally designed podcast space is here for all your recording needs. Rent out our studio to do interviews with up to 4 people, to record audiobooks, social media content, and all other recorded material. Our rentals include a private studio along with our professional-grade podcasting equipment, and we can customize your output to whatever your needs are. We also have green screen capabilities, which will expand to video capability if you so wish. So check us out here at convalley.net/podcast.